we will explore the essential features of the Finances application. Throughout the content, I will guide you step by step in creating and managing accounts, adding custom categories, recording transactions, creating budgets, and tracking their execution. Help. When starting the application for the first time, a dialog will be displayed, introducing the application manual on the initial section. In this manual, you will find detailed information about all the features of Finances. Use the buttons located at the bottom of the screen to go back, close, and advance to the next page. In the top right corner of the dialog, notice the index icon. Click on it, and a list of topics will appear, allowing direct selection of the subject of interest. On various screens of the application, identify the question mark icon in the top right corner. Use this icon to access the manual, which will open on the help page related to the active content. Creating accounts. The first step to start using Finances is to register your accounts to manage them efficiently. These accounts will accurately reflect your real accounts, such as a bank account, savings, investments, wallet, and credit cards. To begin, access the Accounts page, located in the second icon on the bottom bar of the application. Finances starts with a default account, which cannot be removed but can be edited and customized according to your needs. Follow the steps below to customize your default account. Change the name. Add a description. Alter the icon and color according to your preference. Finances offers 3 sets of icons, switchable by pressing the button at the top of the window. Conduct a search for the icon name by typing it into the search area. The icon names are in English and will appear below the selected icon. For color selection, choose one of the predefined options in the bar below or customize a color of your choice using the Paint Roller button or the selected icon button. Both will open the color adjustment dialog. Card account. To add an account for credit card transactions, enter a name. Add a description. Select an icon and adjust the color to your preference. Reserves account. Lastly, add an account for your reserves. Choose a name. Add a description. Select an icon and adjust the color to your preference. By following these steps, you will have set up 3 accounts. Feel free to add as many accounts as you need for a more personalized and tailored financial control. Adding categories. After creating the accounts, the next step is to add some categories to better classify your income and expenses. To start, go to the Categories page. Finances starts with 2 basic categories, one for income and another for transfers. The first category can be removed or edited, just drag it left or right. Edit the category by customizing its name. Select its primary use, income or debit. This primary use serves as a default when entering a transaction but can be changed during transaction entry or editing. Lastly, choose an icon and color of your preference. The transfers category can be edited by changing its name, icon, and color, but it cannot be removed. This category is reserved by the application for transfers between accounts, whether it's transferring to a savings account or paying the credit card bill. Next, create a category for expenses at the supermarket, covering groceries, cleaning supplies, personal hygiene, among others. The next category will be for utility bills such as water, electricity, gas. A category for expenses at the pharmacy, including medicines, vitamins, supplements. Medical expenses category, including health insurance, dentists, psychologists. Spending at snack bars, cafes, ice cream shops. Entertainment expenses, such as concert tickets, TV subscriptions, cinema outings, games. Meals at restaurants. Finally, a category for transportation expenses, such as taxi, Uber, bus, or even car-related expenses like fuel and maintenance. Careful selection of accounts and categories is crucial for efficient app usage, facilitating management and providing a clearer understanding of how your capital is being utilized. Transaction entry. Now we are ready to add some transactions. Initial balance. Start by entering the initial balance. Add an amount. A description. Select the income category. Note that the income selection is automatically set as configured in the category. Finally, select the date and time of the transaction. Upon entering the transaction, it will be available for editing and removal on the main transactions page. Payment of a bill. The next entry will be for an electricity bill. Just like before. Add the amount. A description. Select the category for bills. The date, time, and press the button to add. Returning to the main page, the new transaction has been added, and the account balance is updated. Expenses appear with the amount in red, and income in green. Scheduling a bill. The next payment will be for a telecommunications bill, scheduled for a future date. Click on the Transaction Addition button and fill in the details of the new transaction. In this case, the bill will be recorded on a future day. Returning to the Transactions page, note that this bill appears in light gray, indicating that its entry will occur in the future. By default, the app displays future transactions within a week, meaning in the next 7 days. Card payment. The next entry will be for a snack at a cafe paid with a credit card. Note that at the top of the card on the home page, the active account is displayed. One way to make entries in the credit card account is to select this account in this panel. Press the account in yellow. Select the account in which you want to add the transaction. Now, the new entries will be made in the credit card account. Press the button to add a transaction. Note that the name of the selected account appears at the top of the transaction form. Continue by adding the transaction details. After adding the transaction, note that it has been recorded in the credit card account. Card payment 2. For the next entry, select the main account again. Let's say that the following Sunday you had an ice cream, also paid with the card. Press the button at the bottom of the transactions page to add the transaction. As the selected account is the main account, it will appear at the top of the transaction form. Press the account name and select the credit card account. Fill in the transaction details and click Add. This transaction has been added to the credit card account, and to view it, select the credit card account on the home page. Therefore, to add a transaction to an account, it is not necessary to have the account selected, just select it on the transaction page. Inter-account transfer. Let's say that on the 20th, you make a transfer of $150 to your savings account. To record this transfer, proceed as before. In the category, select Transfer. This will present a list of destination accounts for the transfer. Select the savings account, the date, time, and press Add. Returning to the home page, the transfer will appear as a debit in the main account. Select the savings account and see that this generated a credit of $150. Transfer, paying the credit card bill. Paying your credit card bill is also a transfer. In this case, you will be moving the amount from one of your accounts to the credit card account to zero out your debts. On the due date, transfer or schedule the payment for the amount of your credit card bill. Recurring transfers. Let's say you signed up for a streaming service, like Amazon Prime. This will be a fixed charge for 6 months, always recorded on the first day of each month. Open a new transaction and fill in the transaction details. To repeat the transaction in the coming months, select the Repetitions option at the end of the form and choose the number of repetitions. To check the other entries, press the calendar icon on the Transactions page. Select the last option to choose the view of future transactions. This will present 4 options. Do not show future transactions. Show transactions within a week. Show transactions within the next month. Show transactions within the next year. To view all entered transactions, select the last option. Future transactions will be shown in light gray, with numbered indices representing different entries. Checking transactions. Another useful tool is marking transactions as verified. To keep track of your expenses, it's essential to verify that all transactions in your real account are recorded in the app. To do this, you can review transactions and mark them as verified. To mark a transaction as verified, press the lock icon on the card on the Transactions page and select to unlock transaction verification. With this, you can mark and unmark a transaction as verified by simply clicking on it. A verified transaction cannot be deleted or edited until it is marked as unverified. Future transactions also cannot be marked as verified, displaying an error message. Transaction filter. Now let's explore the last tool on the Transactions page, the transaction filter. In this part of the tutorial, I will use transactions from a test account created during the development of the project, simply because it has more transactions. Above the list of transactions, you'll find the icon of a filter that gives access to filtering options. Inside the transaction filter, you can choose to filter by transaction description or category. For filtering by description, simply add a few characters for the search, and they will be used as a filter, always considering them as lowercase letters. When opting for filtering by category, you need to select the desired category, otherwise, the filter will not work. To remove the filter, long press the filter button or create an empty filter. Budget. To create a budget in Finances, go to the Categories/Budgets page. If you already have a few months of transactions, use them as a reference to create a budget more aligned with your expenses. Choose a category to start your budget and click on it. This will open the budget dialog in the selected category. At the top of the dialog, you will find the category name, followed by the movement of the last 6 months and its annual average. Next, select whether the category is an expense or income and enter the budget amount. The navigation arrows at the bottom allow you to go to the previous category, close, and navigate to the next category. Continue this process until you complete the budget for all categories. Budgets are displayed in front of each category. If you want to make any changes, just click on the desired category and adjust its budget. Statistics page. With the budget completed, it's time to check its development over the last year. To do this, select the Statistics page. This page allows you to track the development of your accounts and budget over time. At the top of the page, you can select the month of transactions, displaying the list of categories launched during the month, along with the deviation from the defined budget. The green arrow indicates the amount, in the month, above the defined budget, while the red arrow shows the amount below the budget. If you have not specified a budget, this will be indicated by an infinite deviation, marked by the exclamation icon. Initially, the chart shows expenses and income over a year. By selecting some categories, the chart will display the annual development of these categories. The menu in the chart area offers some options to customize the graphical representation, such as grid, curve mode, point display, and painting the area under the chart. Adjust the options according to your preferences. Although the curve mode is visually appealing, it is important to note that it can generate some distortions in the graphical representation, especially in inconsistent movements. To return to the expenses and income chart, simply uncheck the categories. Conclusion. In summary, Finances offers a comprehensive and intuitive approach to personal financial management. From setting up accounts to creating budgets and statistical analysis, the application provides a clear and detailed view of your finances. Use all available tools in a personalized way to achieve a robust and goal-aligned financial management. Finances is here to simplify and enhance your financial control, fostering a more conscious and successful financial journey.